Tracy, I have an American one.
You have an American one. Rita, what's up?
Because in tea, they like to have the American coffee. I don't know why. They are crazy.
And Rita has a cup with a cat saying WTF.
And
sorry, I have to bring it to you because you have your pets.
Thank you.
Oh, Francesca, come back. There you are.
Yes, I come back here. I'm here. I want to see the cats. And Tracy, I know that we always have strange things to talk about, and today I would like to talk about pets.
And we have one here.
We
Pets.
have
Everyone has a pet. Perfect.
my Luke and my Anakin.
Perfect. As you know, I have 3 cats, and I want. Hello. Yes. And so about pets in during therapy or ABA for pets or pets in ABA. So what do you and I have to think about what I think. So start you first. What do you think about what do you know, or what do you know someone who is studying about pets during therapy or therapy for pets?
I don't know anyone personally, but I know that there are people who incorporate animals into therapy sessions. I don't have any clients currently who have pets, in the sessions in an organized way. Oftentimes the pets come to visit when we're working in home. So then we can work on things in that way. Do you have any clients now with pets?
I don't. I used to have a lady who lived in a group home, and she had the whole basement to herself, and she had 2 cats. And I think she was definitely the most mentally healthy of the bunch.
Rita?
Time ago, before all these difficult times, at the airport of Reno Tau International, there was a team of people with their dogs, and there were dogs that were trained to be in contact with passengers who had anxiety for flying. And I met some of them. They were beautiful. They were, and the University of Nevada, Reno, during the semester, there is the counseling services for students. They offer traditional services of support for student difficulties. But what I really like is that they, every week or every other week, they have pets in this library for the student to stop and pet them, say them. And I collect some of their pictures. They gave you cards and have a Poppy, for example, Amy, Sky, Happy.
Oh, so do you
So
get?
I have a bunch of this is Brinkley. Brinkley was a dog, was a Labrador who was trained by one of my colleagues, the behavioral analysis program, to become a service dog for blind people, for blind clients. But surely University of Nevada, Reno has used the possibility to interact with these animals who need to be trained specifically. They need to not be afraid to be touched, to support the health and the relaxation of the students.
So at TJ, Francesca, do you have people bringing their pets in at TJ, or any interactions with animals there?
So we try, just a moment, aspettate 4:30, Sonia, falli aspettare. We tried 2 years ago. We went to the place where you put the dog when nobody wants dogs. I don't know how to say.
The shelter.
Because I read that it's for children with dyslexia. It's ready to read in front. I know that it's not like true, but it's easy to read of dogs. And so we went there. And so we went there just to motivate them, and they read in front of dogs.
Aww.
Oh,
And
nice.
it was funny because we can measure that a dog, you know, they, I don't know how to say
They
it,
bark.
slow down when children with dyslexia read. And so it was an automatic way to reinforce their reading. Vice went, it was really, and then there were, like always in Italy, an insurance problem. Because you cannot go in that place. So, but it was interesting. In my life, I want to try again to let them children read in front of dogs, not just to touch them, but to stay there and to read. They learn not to touch, to stay on the right distance from dog. So that was my first idea in teacher. Then children with autism in Aula Uno with Samantha, we try to take a small dog, just to let them know how to touch, nothing. And we try to take some data about their number of learn units with and without the dog. And then one student of the master you teach in, and she teach to her dog. She's like a trainer, a dog trainer, and she has a master in Italy and in a BA. She teach to her dog to like when there is how do you say noccioline?
Peanuts.
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 Because of a peanut allergy.
Because for allergy, and so she present a research. And she tried to teach to her dog to when there is some food with peanuts inside for
Did it
people.
work?
And so maybe we can interview her next time, because her work was really interesting, and it was really easy to take data with the dog and not with.
Sure. So did it work to teach the dog to detect?
Yes, she's one of I think one of the first Italian dog trainer who teach out when there is peanuts inside, and also when that's fantastic when the child's blood is without sugar. I don't know, with diabetic. She's doing something with this kind of children healthy problem. So the dog helps the children when he's like without sugar inside. I don't know how it can happen, but she.
That's so cool.
Yeah, maybe we can call her. Because one of my problem was that I cannot find a place where to publish the paper about dog, because is it applied? How to teach to a dog to make when there is sugar? Is an applied research?
Yes.
Should be.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have a lot of dog studies in Journal of Experimental Analysis of Behavior too.
Mm-hmm.
Experimental analysis, not applied.
Well, either one, because it is applied.
Yeah.
Here in Italy, we cannot find. We can imagine where to publish or to share some discussion about ABA and dogs.
Try to do it in English. Yeah. For behavior analysis and practice, or Java or JAB.
Mm-hmm. Next time she will share her data, because I don't know if the subject of the experiment is a dog, is in a way applied behavior analysis.
Well, it's yes, absolutely. I mean, with pet training, I mean, oftentimes it's applied in terms of increasing the benefits for the owners, but in this case, it's kind of doubly applied, right? Because you're helping the kids, but you're training the dogs to help the kids. So it's kind of a cool interactional study in that way. Yeah. So.
Okay, so you agree with me. So, do you have any other suggestion with animals?
I just love mine.
Because another idea we have had, and I know I can explain really well, but when like owner of small pets, like I don't know, cricetti, small uccelli, how can I say?
Small birds, or like
not dogs,
hamsters, gerbils, guinea pigs.
Yes, like small animal, not dog, before dog, small animal. When owners go on vacation or during the weekend, our adolescents with autism learn how to go in the house of the owner and to care, just staying there to take care of animals.
That's so beautiful.
Right.
And so we can teach many like how how to travel in the city, how to go in a way. And then he take photo of himself with the cats or with the birds, and then he send to the owner.
Oh, that's so wonderful. Is that in Luca's program for the adolescents?
See, for the adults, we start as you can imagine, is my idea because I have 3 cats and sometimes I'm not at home. So I say what I can think of my.
It's hard to find someone that you trust to take care of your animals when you're not at home. And I've always been lucky to have either great roommates or graduate students who can't have their own pets but love my cats, so they come to check on mine. But I love the idea of working with our students to be able to go in and find their way around the city and then to come in to take care of another animal.
So more ideas about animals and humans, because I think is a really innovative topic, and maybe also European community, I don't know in your country, but maybe can create grants if you can develop research project or applied project with animals. Give me some suggestion. I feel alone.
I remember reading time ago, and that there was a program to help people in jails to recover, to learn something that could be used outside once they were done, and they learned how to train dogs.
Mm.
The project was very interesting because you had these people outside society, and the dog who got the training were dogs in shelters that could not find a new family because of their aggression. So ABA people, people with knowledge of behavior analysis, help those 2 important group of living organisms, the prisoners, the person in jails, and the dogs. And the final result was also that not only they offer a job to the prisoners, not only were able to offer these dogs a possible new family, but they also create, because I remember in hearing some interviews, they were something that we were discussing at the beginning, they made people happy, relaxed, healthier, beyond learning a job.
Yeah, I remember reading something about how they were allowing, because we have too many cats, and it's hard to find homes for all the cats, that people who were incarcerated were able to have cats as pets, and it improved their quality of life in the conditions that they were in. We should also probably have Jesus here sometime to talk about the work that he's been doing with because he's done both work for helping the owners of pets to have better interactions with their pets, but also has worked with the Herd Museum here, which is a place for exotic animals, to help to enrich the animals' lives and to make them in better ways. And then he did some work with therapy dogs for veterans also at some point, and also with the shelter. So he's worked in a lot of areas. So we should ask him for a coffee to talk to us about some of that work too soon.
Okay. So time we can invite my sorry?
Yeah, next week invite your student for sure.
I just wanted to mention one other aspect of applied behavior analysis with dogs or any pets is when the pet is mentally not healthy. Tracy and I have a former student named India Watts who works with kids with autism, but also pets with dogs with anxiety and separation anxiety, and dogs that were raised in puppy mills, and she helps them adapt to their life and also trains them to be service animals. But dogs that live in shelters, they can have some, or puppy mills and that kind of thing, they're traumatized and they need a service.
Ciao, I have 2 students, they are going to pescare. You know what does it mean pescare? Fishing. Ciao Fatima. Ciao. Ci vediamo dopo.
Yeah, they're going fishing.
And so we are talking about pets. They will eat pets. They will eat fish, but okay, maybe it's not so perfect. It's okay. So we have pets to learn school rules, like children reading in front of dogs. Then we have pets emotional problem. Then we have pets for adults. Then we have pets just like to teach adults and young with disabilities to learn how to move in the city, what to do. Then we have explain me one more time, Jesus, what is he studying?
Several different things. He works in many areas, but in Texas, there are different rules about what kinds of animals you can have for pets. Many people here have very unusual pets, like alligators, and I don't know, ostriches maybe. I don't know exactly all of the things, but you can have exotic animals as pets here. But then what happens is that many of the owners don't realize how challenging it is to care for a pet like that. And so we have kind of sanctuaries where the animals can go after they're no longer in a good home, and those animals then are captive but need they'll forget some of their typical animal behaviors, or become what we might call depressed, and so some of the work that they were doing was to help the animals to remember how to groom themselves or to interact with other animals in the same species, but also to enrich their environment. So imagine being in a small space with not many things to do. Some of the work that they did was giving them more things to do to make the pet's life more exciting, more enriched, having more reinforcement opportunities to play. So that's one area that they've worked in. They've done some work at the shelters to help the pets to be more adoptable, and so to sometimes
correct, like flexibility for pets.
Yeah, like flexibility for pets. Sure, yeah. It's so they aren't necessarily people don't want to adopt a dog that's barking very loud at them and jumping up on them a lot. So you can do some training to help the pets know how to behave in a way that makes it more likely that someone will take them home. Then they've also done some work with pet owners. So for example, we have Mason here, and I have my cat Luke, this one. And Luke and Mason are not very happy together. So I might call Jesus or his students to come to help us to make Mason and Luke.
It's Luke's fault.
It is Luke's fault. Every time Mason comes by, Luke hisses.
It's not Luke's fault.
Yeah, it's probably our fault because we didn't do the training. But that may be a problem they would help us with.
We love them all.
But we should have Jesus to come on.
So there is many things to talk animals. I will maybe put many hashtag ABA animals, behavior analysis animals. So maybe someone will call us. Anyway, next week, thank you, coffee friends. Next week we will ask for my student, and then you will invite Jesus, so we can talk about animals and behavior analysis. Thank you very much, girls. Have a nice time. It's a really bad coffee.
Is that a UNT cup you have from? Yeah.
Yes.
Very nice. Ok, grazie Francesca, grazie Rita, grazie anche Mason.
Bye bye.
Grazie.
Grazie.
Ciao.
Bye.
Bye bye.